So I'm going to be reacting to this tlcuk, this woman who wears fursuits every day. I'm gonna be reacting to that. Yeah. So let's get up in there. Yep.
This is
Okay.
19 years old. I'm a college student. And I love to wear fursuits. My persona does play a part in my daily life, going out and just having a good time. When I wear gear in public, I definitely get a lot of weird looks.
Lauren's always been a real creative person. All of a sudden one day she came and said, "Mom, you want to give me some money so I can start buying some fur and making these suits?" And that's how it came to be.
This is my persona Kira. She is my first persona I've made. She is a fox. Normally I'm kind of shy, but Kira lets me bring out my more outgoing and talkative side. If I'm ever having a bad day, putting on the suit and just going out will definitely end the day in a good note.
Oh.
Lauren as a kid was really outgoing, totally not shy. And when her dad died, that's when things started to go downhill for Lauren. After that, she became introverted. She barely squeaked by in high school.
I became antisocial and shy and just really stayed in my shell. I just felt kind of lost after that. Basically, a persona starts off with a basic concept of a real life animal. I do everything completely from scratch. This was my first version of Kira. This is the very first thing I ever made. She's kind of outdated. You can see it's kind of run down. The ears are flopping. It's not really holding up well. And this is what I'm working on now. This is my new updated version of Kira. It has the same things, big ears, moving jaw. I have a moving jaw mechanism inside all of my fursuit.
It kind of reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's. That one right there, that Kira fursuit. Kind of reminds me of, what's that fox name? The fox from Five Nights at Freddy's, but that's what that looks like. Yeah, back into it.
It creates a more realistic look. I add tongues and teeth, as you can see, and it is attached through a hinge mechanism in here. I use long fur, and around the muzzle and around the front of the face, I shave it down. I think that gives her a lot of personality, and I like her colors.
Lauren is very good at making the fursuit. She really does have a talent for this. What concerns me about the fursuits is Lauren is constantly working on them. I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll see her working on her fursuits. She'll half-heartedly look for a job and then it's back to the fursuits again. She's going to school just to pacify me. She tends to only have time for fur.
It's not uncommon that people who will wear these furry animal costumes are really avoiding some major issues about their own self-esteem, their own perceived inadequacy, and so they may be wanting to hide something about themselves.
I started getting into the furry fandom about 2 years ago, and now it's definitely like on my mind pretty much all the time. Furry fandom is a very large community. It's full of people who wear fursuits and who just love either creating them, wearing them, drawing them, or just looking at them.
Yep, heard about
There's
that.
a darker side to the fandom where it does involve fetishes.
A person can get engrossed in this, and sometimes you don't really realize that you're on that road, and as a mom, that's what I think I'm here to stop.
We're here at the bowling alley with some family and friends, and Chris is here. He's the one who most disapproves of my fursuits, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, Kara, lay the ball on the ground and hit it with your tail.
Chris is my cousin. When my father passed away, he definitely became sort of a father figure to me. He thinks that the furry fandom is really weird.
We're in public. Keep that in the house. Am I right or wrong?
Andrew's Connor's my little cousin, and he's 8 years old, and every time he sees me or sees one of my fursuits, he always begs me to make him one. But his dad really doesn't want him getting into something like this.
He thinks that they're the coolest things, and he wants one. And there is no way in hell Chris is gonna let his son Andrew walk around with any fur, anything.
I think it's a little ridiculous, especially in a public place. I think it's pretty out there. It's weird walking around with these things on.
I'm pretty interested to see what a therapist has to say about this. It's completely harmless. I don't think I'd be stopping anytime soon.
For Lauren, the suit is definitely a way of coping. It's a layer of protection. It's a barrier between herself and the world. Could you imagine going to a party or another social event without the suit?
It'd take a lot of guts, so no.
Who she is in that costume is who she wishes she could be, at least some of the time. It's a part of who she is, but she's not able to feel comfortable doing that without the costume. Lauren does seem to be someone who wants to be optimistic, someone who wants to have fun. If I had a wish for her, it would be that she could feel that playfulness without the suit. I just do wonder about that whole idea of a part of you that you're able to express more fully in costume, and whether it's possible to get to that point without the costume, or even if that's something you're interested in.
It could be. It'd be nice to just kind of come out of my shell a little bit more. I mean, of course, even if I did fully just kind of exert myself like that, I still would wear the suits, and I'd still be kind of crazy, but it would be nice.
So we don't have to put it away. We don't have to stop the creativity and the fun that you have. But imagine if you could do it on your own.
I notice if I ever fail, I immediately beat myself down, and I just quit whatever I'm doing.
Would you say that designing these costumes helps with that? Would you say that you
And
feel
make sure it's still
a sense
recording.
of, wow, look what I've created, this is awesome?
It does. My mom always puts it I'm good at what I want to do.
She is working on these suits in a way that I'm not sure many people could say they're dedicated to anything to the extent she is. And when you think about self-esteem, think about all the other wonderful things you're able to accomplish. And it doesn't hurt to look for some reminders.
Yeah.
Hanging an A+ paper on the refrigerator, well, it sounds a little childish in a way. It's a reminder of what you're capable of doing.
I don't see myself stopping being in the furry fandom or wearing my fursuits. It's definitely a very rewarding experience for me, and I just love doing it, so I will definitely be continuing this.
Well, that's the end of that. Well, I hope she overcomes whatever she's going through. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Yeah, so I hope she overcomes whatever she's going through. I don't really think wearing a fursuits is that weird. Some people think it's weird, you're walking outside with a big old costume on all the time. Don't they ever get hot? I mean, if people want to do that, let them do it. But if they are like her, have a tragic background, or they lost someone, and they are just starting to wear these fursuits because they're trying to escape from the world, I think her having a therapist is really good, because some people try to escape from that stuff and they just lock it out, not trying to do nothing. But that's good that she goes to a therapist, and the therapist is helping her, not telling her you're crazy and all this. And her uncle, he really shouldn't have said that though. Don't be making fun of her and her mom over there laughing and stuff. But just, be supportive of somebody. Just, baby steps. But yeah, stop all the rambling. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notification when I post. You don't want to miss out on me. You don't know. Thanks and peace.